So it's a very cool, drizzly morning, and Kirsty's just managed to find the mother cheetah and her youngster. Resting up on a termite mound here, which is an incredible view with the vistas beyond of the open grasslands. See, they've lifted their heads up because there's a hyena walking in behind us. And so let's just see what happens between them. The mother's got a bit more of an aggressive, confrontational posture. The cub's also assuming the same one, but by being up on a termite mound, they're holding a little bit of higher ground, and so with that, looks like the hyena's just moving on. The youngster's a little bit more adventurous and playful. He's obviously built up a lot of energy and just wants to expend that now. Cub's starting to get very playful, tearing off around here, hiding behind some of the bushes, stalking his mother. And so it's great because of the cooler weather. It allows for them to play around and expend a bit of energy like this. You can actually hear the footsteps of the youngster as he's running around. And he's just hiding behind one of the bushes there. The mother's coming up the termite mound here to look for him. And so he's bound to pounce out of there and go chasing after his mother again. You can hear she's giving a very gentle contact call. It's like a very high-pitched cheep. That's her looking for him. It was great just to watch cheetah playing and just seeing how quickly they can move and how efficiently their body is at sprinting or generating a lot of speed very quickly. I'm sure they're going to start moving around now, and because of all the rain we've had last night, the black cotton soils in this area are quite tricky to off-road in, so if they do start moving on a bit further from here, we'll probably leave them. Always phenomenal spending time with cheetah. So it's another dark, gloomy, cloudy, rainy afternoon, and we've just arrived into a sighting of the Ximungwe female minutes after she's managed to kill a female impala. What actually happened is a pack of wild dogs came charging through the area chasing the impala, and she picked off one of the ones that had run astray from the rest of the herd. Luckily for her, the pack of wild dogs carried on chasing after the impala and didn't notice her here. We had the amazing pleasure of watching her drag the carcass towards one of the marula trees where we thought she might take it to the base there, but she's actually changed direction and is now heading across in another direction to actually where there's a marula tree behind us where she had a kill hoisted in yesterday. So she's been lurking around this area, making the most of the impala herds here. So it's just incredible to watch the strength of her. I mean, this impala is probably the same size as her, if not a little bit bigger. And she's busy dragging it across, trying to get it either underneath the bush to hide it, or as close enough to a tree so that she can hoist it up into that when she gets a chance. And it's also just great to watch the interaction between her. She's so dedicated and determined to try and get it across to a bit of safety, and the cub just thinks it's a bit of a game because he just keeps jumping on top of the carcass and trying to wrestle with her and play. That must be incredibly frustrating for her. So initially we thought it was a female. That's because when she was dragging it, she had it upside down, and so the horns were in the grass. It looked like a female to us. But now on a closer inspection, we can actually see the horns there. So no wonder this impala looked so big in comparison to the Ximungwe female when she was dragging it. But eventually she's got it underneath the bush, and it looks as though she's stashing it there. There she might even start feeding on it now. Often they feed on the rump first, then they open up the entrails and get out all of the stomach contents. They'll eat all of the vital organs that are packed with a lot of nutrients, and then once it's a little bit lighter, it makes it easier for her to then hoist it up into a tree. So with it starting to get a little bit dark now, because the carcass is on the ground, and especially because she's got her young cub with her, the smell of the carcass is going to draw in any hyenas, and by having the vehicles around here, it just puts unnecessary pressure on her, as well as by us moving around or doing something, she then might not be able to detect the presence of a hyena moving in. So we'll probably give it another minute or two, and if nothing more changes, we'll then start heading on back to camp.